Okay. See what this does, huh? So, and I'm live, I guess. There's that. Okay, there, I guess I just got it submitted up on the subreddit. And so I can probably mute that. And I don't need, what's this do? That's cool. Okay, so let's go, I guess. Uh-oh, is this gonna be all weird? There, yeah, it was weird. Ugh. It's a bit noisy back there. I had a go at removing that noise, but it slowed it down pretty good. Whoa. So we're just outputting the mask here, that we remove all of the black and all the white stays, and then this is adjusting the threshold. The goal is to have my handsome mug being the only thing on screen. And this isn't from the beginning. I decided to start streaming it after I started at some point. Why is my thing still talking? I hope there's no echo there. Let's go there. So if I get out of the way. Get the background. Remove the background. That's kind of cool. Still got this noise here. Wonder if we can remove the noise from this point of it. That doesn't make any sense, I suppose. Let's break in here. And we're already doing it to the mask to try to get rid of that. Whoa. Place to the output. Sure. Alright, so start that again. Get out of the way. And remove the background. Yeah, that median filter's slow. But it got rid of all of that noise to some point. Actually seems opposite. It's really slow. Looks kind of cool. So what other filters do they have? No. I guess you can't see when I'm not actually coding or looking at that view because I'm looking things up on the internet here. So I'm using a library called aforge.net, and I'm just looking at the filters that they have. I don't know if they're going to be much faster, but we can try. Apply in place at output. Let's do it on the mask, but not right now. So let's look at the mask. Let's just move over here and get the chair out of the way. There, move over here, get the background, remove it. So that's actually not that noisy. That stuff up there is from the camera bouncing on the desk. Alright, so if we see if it lets us do this. Nope. Compilation errors are fixed. There's no errors, are there? Oh, that's the whole filter. Oh, we are doing the adaptive already. No, never mind. I don't know why it doesn't like doing that. Oh, because that probably doesn't actually compile in, because we're not using it. Let's promote those out. What is it? Alt-R. No, wasn't that. What does that do? Sure. Hey, that worked. Cool. And then this one, we can't do the same thing with the mask one because it requires an input. Yeah, that'll work. And then that should be able to be adjusted on the fly. I think. Maybe not. It will if we do this. Yep. And the same thing with you. Over there, get the background, remove it, come back here. So we got some noise. And then, oh come on, why? Fine. And come over here, come back, remove. That's hard to tell if that's any better. What we actually want is those just to go away. There's a... I thought there was a filter for that. Can I add? Let's see. Chrome. Sure. It's probably not helpful, huh? At any rate. Whoa, what's going on? That's weird. Okay, so the filters. And I had seen something where I can remove dots or holes, or I don't remember what it was. What is that? Exact mean. So the median's slow. If we apply it to the mask, which we already were doing, we can maybe change the size. The kernel size on the median filter. That's going to change how performant it is. However, that may not be too bad on an 8-bit image. wonder if this chat works. Hi. Alright, so yeah, it takes a size, processing square size. Don't know what that is by default, does it say? Square size for the median filter. Default value is 3. Value should be odd. Okay. So what does that do? Does that start making noise again? Alright, start. Step out of the frame in one direction or the other. And remove it. Mask, 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 mask. Must not like that library. Probably. This is changing our threshold for the difference between the two images. And doesn't seem to help too much. Once we get down to where you can see more of me, you can also see more of the background. What if we... Blurs are pretty slow too, but what if we try that? Do I have a blur anywhere already? Yeah, I've got a blur. Oh, that's not it though. What is this guy? Yeah. Do I use it? No. We can try it. So we would want to blur on. Yeah, we could try blurring on the background and on the current frame so that when we compare them, it tries to remove some of that noise that's being created due to CCD issues, minor movements in the camera, whatever. So they may be slow. We could also try scaling our background that we've captured and our foreground. Get the difference between them, create the mask from that, scale it back up, or that might be, it could work, might be weird looking. But let's start with blurring the background and the frame. So there's where we do the diff. Blur BG. Blurred. Apply that to the background. Apply this to the gray frame. And then we want the background here and there. And start, get, remove. Whoa, that's slow, but that looks way better. We can come way down here before we start to get the noise. The noise is bigger. That's actually really cool, but it's so stinking slow. So if we scale them first, that might help. Definitely going to help with the speed. What about our blur size though? Is that at 2? Yeah, it's at 2 already. That's kind of small. Let's get rid of those. Start it. Get background. Remove background. That's so cool. Bring it in. Like that's pretty stinking close right there. And there's probably some other routines we can use to get rid of that stuff. Huh. Looks like just the camera movement screwed that up. Because if I lean on the desk, it seems to really change where these are at. Like right there. That's pretty close to what it was when it took it. That's awesome though. So we can try scaling. And if anybody's actually watching this, it says 8 people. Feel free to try to chat on the YouTube event. I've never actually done this before on YouTube. So let me know if it's working or if you can actually see it well. I can see it well, so I'm assuming you see the same thing I see. Alright, so there's a scale in here somewhere, I thought. Size. Wait, this blob filtering, what is this? Are removed from the image. Hey, that's cool. So if we stop blurring, put this back to background, stop doing that, and that's frame, or it's gray frame. We should be back to high FPS but poor result. Get background, remove, yeah. But those might all be, so if we go back to doing the mask, yeah, I know, mask, start, step to the side, remove background. So there's our mask. I think these could all count as blobs. I don't know how fast that's going to be, but we might be able to use that blob filter. Blob, blah, blah. Alright. Blob filter. Filtering of blobs by theirs. Yeah, that should work. So let's stop that. Is this a blobs filtering? Sure. Blobs filter. Complain about, of course. New. Min width, min height 70. That's going to be pretty small. Yeah, sure. Min height, let's call it 10. So all blobs are just smaller or bigger than specified limits. So there's a max in here. There is. Alright, so everything smaller than min height. Gross. Alright, what else do they do? Coupled size filtering. What's that? That don't work. True, sure. If size filtering should be coupled or not. Thanks. Whatever. We'll see what it does. So apply and play. Yeah, okay. So let's apply that to the mask. So we're already doing the hole filter to try to remove holes. Now let's do the blob filter to try to remove blobs. Mask. And hole filter. New fill holes, yeah. Alright, so it's a hole filter. Man, there we go. Start. Get. Remove. Oh, look at that. That's like way better because we don't have all those little dots. That's cool. Like that's really good right there. We still got that background, but that's just because the camera moved. I wonder if I could stick it to the wall so it won't move every time I touch something. Do I have anything? Not easily. Not readily available. So let's change our min height 2020. Let's fill these holes bigger too. Oh, that's really good actually. So we were doing that to the mask after we've gotten it. So let's do that before we apply the mask. And then apply the mask. And look at what it does. Start, get, remove. That's pretty cool. So let's get out of the frame. Move the chair out of the way. Get the background. And then come in. Except I'm moving the camera all over. That's pretty cool. So let's make that bigger. All this so I don't have to buy a green screen, huh? Of course, then I got to figure out how to actually get it into Open Broadcaster somehow. But this is fun on its own. Get the background. Remove the background. Oh, look at that. So this should be there because that is moving. That's my 3D printer going in the background. That should be there as well. That's the filament. This shouldn't be here though. That's going to be a result of the camera bouncing, I believe. But then we have me. And so all of this is where the darkness here in the shadow on this jacket is a close color match to the desk or the bookshelf background back there. But that's really cool. Come down, down, and there's me. I wonder if we can change those on the fly. So, the blobs filter. Does that have any discernible effect? I don't know. Hard to tell. We could lower them a lot though and see what it does there. 1, 1. Okay, so that is having an effect. That all of those were getting removed when we bumped that up. My head is like really big. That's got to be some number of pixels. So it's definitely bigger than 1. Let's see if it's bigger than 200. Let's see if it's bigger than, it can't be much bigger than 200. It's only 480 wide, but that worked pretty well. I got rid of that. So that's one contiguous chunk is why it keeps popping back in. So I wonder if this is like an, oh, with that coupling, I wonder if it turns into a kind of an area calculation. I don't really know. But I can see. So let's fill these holes too. Let's turn up the hole filter as well. Hole filter, and that's a max. What's it called? Hole filter. Max hole height, of course. Currently 40. Height. So we got that hole on my face, and that hole went away. Nice. That is back. Okay, hole on face gone. So, but that can actually, well, it's part of my head. If you look at that, it's like one continuous line here to my head. My shirt disappears. What color is my shirt? Black. That's why it'll disappear. Okay, so this is probably not good enough because my head disappears at points. It's actually starting to come together really nice, though. Really nicely, really well. So let's apply those 400s up here. Let's turn this off. Well, let's see if we can do that on the fly. So we start to see what it's doing. Yeah, that looks wrong. What's that doing here? Yes. So we don't actually need that stuff. That, I don't think that would hurt to do, but we would need to scale it first. And we can come back to that. I know I was talking about it a bit ago. So we're outside our threshold completely. That's really cool. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to look at that coupling, right? False. I'm not sure what that actually does. Pull up our threshold. So 400 is actually, I think, probably a bit too large, because it's completely removing me at points. But that's nice. It's almost the effect we want, or I want. I don't know what you guys want. So we're removing holes. That hole should probably go away. So let's see if we can fix that with max hole width, call it 600 and 600. What does that do? I don't think it did anything. So let's find the hole filter. We'll fill holes rather. So they're using 20 and 20. It's getting rid of that and that. But I don't have holes so much as rivers. Let's look at the mask. This is dumb. Okay. I don't know why it does that. Let's move out of the way. And oops, did I click it? I probably didn't. Click. Remove the background. See if I can find the right chin angle. So that I would expect to go away. I would expect that to go away. Or that one to go away. So I don't know why that hole filter, fill holes, isn't doing that. Let's scale it and blur it. See if that helps with. Well, I mean, we've gotten rid of most of that noise now. Here looks way better. I don't know. That thing says it's still going. Sorry, I thought the stream died or something, but I don't know what's going on. Says stream status good. We'll assume it's still working. Where was I? Here. So the question I was trying to ask was, if it's connected with the outside, does that count as a hole? And it looks like it doesn't. Like, that's a tiny hole right there. So can we fix that somehow? I don't know. Like, I'm assuming every time we see it pop up right here, that's because it's connected to the outside. Right there, there's a path. So it's successfully filling the holes as we ask it to. Because I'm mostly solid. Can we... What does this do? Haha, I went away. Good. I was a blob and it removed me. I did it again. Min height. Whoa. Not what we want exactly. 400 seemed to be working pretty well for that. 400, 400. Can we pull that back up? See, that's not bad. And that's not a blob because it's still connected. So that's the problem that we're having is, see, that all comes in because now it's part of the one giant mask that's attached to my head. And that's just going to be a thresholding issue, I believe. Because that line shouldn't be the same color as, well, I mean, it's my hair, so maybe. Hey, experiencing interruptions? Find out why. Yeah, that's cool. Doesn't matter right now. So those may go away if we scale it and blur it and such. So let's just see what it does. I don't know what this value is. I should probably display that somehow. Can we do that? No. Properties. Is there like a label option? Text. Layout. Label. Now you can probably set up bindings on this, right? Not a big WPF guy. Label. Why is that not what I expected to see? That's what I expected. So content. I'm sure there's a way. Create data binding to, I don't really know how to do WPF. Wait, there's something. Combo box, slider, value. Cool. Does that work? Hey, neat. It does work. Wow, that's pretty precise. Properties. Ah, that's why. Let's call it 0.5. goodness. That's 0.5. That looks to be much bigger than 0.5. That didn't do anything. View properties. Tick frequency 1. Yeah, whatever. So always do that. That's neat. Oh, that's not what actually I was thinking. Still neat. So it'd probably have to be in here, huh? It's fine. It's close enough. Alright, so I forgot what I was doing. I was going to, yes, blur it and see what that does. Let's pull that down. Start. Get the background. Let's get it again. Remove it. So we were having issues with that. We want that to go away. And does it seem to go away if we just blur it? It'll be slower. So the background and the foreground. Whoops, what happened? Start. Get out of the way, get it, and remove it. Okay. That's different. But it doesn't appear to have gone away. What if I put my hand up in there? It's so slow. Filters, resize, bilinear, bicubic. Read only. What is this? It's a resize bilinear. Filter. Width, height, initializes a new oh. We have to specify at the beginning, huh? Well, we know what it's going to be. We'll just hard code it. So 320 by 240, 640 by 480. Yeah. So take the, oh, we need 2 of those though. We need to come back up as well. Resize down. Why didn't that work? What is that? down. And how about I resize? Up, back to 640 by 480. Up.